Hi, I'm Seth with Land the House. A few years ago, I made a test and review of the Weed Shark Weedeater head attachment. That video just hit 1 million views this past week. Thought I would go ahead and do a revisit of this product. In my original video, I did not really rev up my machine as high as it could go, and several viewers were a little bit disappointed in that. So, in today's video, I'm going to weed eat some regular grass and then head over to some thicker stuff and hopefully get a more thorough test than I did a couple years ago. The Weed Shark has both a blade on it and string. Now I feel like you can remove this string and just stick with the blade if you're going to hit stuff that is a bit thicker, and you would also have your option of string for just regular grass. I'm going to use this current string until I wear it down to nothing, and I'm going to put some regular twisted string on there and see how well that does. And then whenever I get over to the bigger stuff, I'm going to try and just use the blade and see what happens. Okay, so how are we doing so far? I just hit that little patch of grass along the ditch here, and so far the string is about half what it was, to be expected. The crazy thing is, I, at full force, accidentally hit a rock, and it bent every single blade down some. Still seems to be cutting stuff, but it definitely has lost an inch or so of the clearance it had before because I hit that rock. And just hitting it like one little hit seemed to fold them all down pretty equally. So the next step, I'm going to be moving into some medium thickness grass and see how well it performs. And then lastly, we will strike out across the road and hit the really tall stuff. I trimmed everything from this point right here on up and hit several rocks and a few shoots of this tree. Let me show you what's happened to the blade here. It's definitely curled over even more than it was. Almost all the way under. See if I can pick this up some. See that? Definitely curling over. Now the string is definitely holding up though, so that's a good thing. One nice thing about this, it's not binding any of this tall grass in the unit. I've spoken with this company and they are currently working on a new blade that is titanium, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but they did say they were working on it to help prevent the bending issue. Now, I want to try this really tall grass here and see how well it does. I think I'm just gonna cut a little bit in here and then I'll take the string off and see about hitting some of the bigger stuff with what's left of the blades. Pretty sure I cut into a wasp nest over here, or a hornet nest. Yeah, definitely. See if I can zoom you in here and see them. Not sure if you can see them or not, but I think we'll call that good for cutting over there. That's a good place to stop. I don't want to get stung. This thing has curled over, and I don't know if it would be very effective now against anything more than just this grass, which is pretty well just being cut down by the string. The string has lasted quite a while. It is the original that came with this attachment. So pros and cons of the unit. Con number one, definitely hitting anything solid has curved this under. Now if they can come up with a much stronger blade, I think this is going to be highly effective. It doesn't have too many other cons. It's kind of heavy, but kind of acts as a flywheel and keeps this thing going. Now the thing I do like the most is that it doesn't bind up with the grass. I went through some pretty serious stuff and it just kicked it out of the way. Some of my other attachments, it will bind the grass up in here and it's a bit of a pain. So if you have some rock-free soil, definitely going to be a plus with this older blade. But if you're going to be hitting anything like fence or rocks, definitely going to have an issue with that. So hopefully this company will update their blade. I'm actually supposed to get a sample of that pretty soon, and I will give this another go and we'll see how well it handles to some rocks, because there's usually no way that I can skip hitting a rock whenever I weed eat. If you want to check this out, I have a link to their website in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and as always, leave me a comment, hit the thumbs up button, and be sure to subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.